Bitcoin. Will this roller coaster continue? Hello, my friends. It was such a week, I would say, the first week of July, that I would say it was very emotional and a lot of fear, I think, really came to the surface. And do we want to know really what is going on? So for sure, the bigger trend is pretty clear. Unfortunately, this is confirmed by astrology and TA as well. But I would like to go also into the near term and then to revise a bit how we see it a longer term with astrology and with TA as well. So the week will start with the serpent. It is yet another serpent. We saw two serpent nakshatras manifesting last week with big swings in price for Bitcoin. This is the Cobra symbol, and it's about Ashlesha nakshatra, which is ruled by Mercury. And Mercury is about markets. So it's about trading, it's about cryptocurrency as well, since this is traded heavily these days, as we know, and it's linked to the news as well. So beware of Mt. Gox and the other topics with government repayments of Bitcoin and so on, Bitcoin Cash being affected as well. And we close the week with the Shu, which is the symbol of the Swati Nakshatra. This is linked to Rahu, to the north node of the moon, which explodes actually everything. And on the 12th, we do have a sextile between Jupiter, the planet of normal, steady expansion, and Rahu, the north node, which is about explosive expansion. That happens really in a bloated way, not really out of the blue like Uranus, but it is in any case exaggerated. Usually it can bring big, significant peaks, and afterwards it will vanish. So this increase will vanish. Now, what can we expect from this? I would say that we will have a very volatile week, especially in the first part, and I think it's quite likely to go up at first. Despite of the negative energy that is ahead of us, the first exact aspect, which is this week, it's on 11th of July. It's the Saturn, which is retrograde this time, conjunct Uranus in the BTC chart. I refer to the UTC time zone for the days. And we will have for sure a pump dump scenario, I would say, on the day, but it could happen also the day before. So it's a mix of positive energy, and this is very volatile again. Maybe we will see prices like 63.5K again. I do not know. It is hard to quantify at the moment, but a jump towards 8-10% up, I wouldn't, or even more, I wouldn't exclude with this configuration. But afterwards, I think the fall is pretty unavoidable, as it is seen through TA on the daily and on the weekly charts. So have a look at it. So let's look now into these charts and correlate it also with astrology, what is in the mid to longer term here. And it is clear that the repayments for the Mt. Gox related topic will last for the next 90 days, so 90, so 3 months of outflows that we cannot really quantify, and they could be big, therefore they could have an impact on the price. So even if we have a mild astrological negative influence, this could really reflect a lot on the price in a significant way. And now I would like to share the screen and look at the charts a bit. The bigger trend for, let's say, 6 months onwards, I would say, would be up. I think from October, once we will have a liquidity cycle that is more stable and the liquidity index would go up progressively with elections and other geopolitical events, possibly, we don't know them. I do think this will grow. So basically, this will have a positive influence on price. And this is seen from astrology, also from the aspect on the 4th of July, which was positive, but it was not seen. Like long-term aspects, I do think this will manifest later once the conditions would allow, and maybe briefly the next days, like I mentioned, so it is likely to go up for a bit. What do we have here in the day chart, basically, for Bitcoin? As you see, it's like quite symmetrical, and we are at this level. So it was around, yes, I know it was also less, so like 53 even, but it could really go to 51.26. Yeah, so it's like between 50K and 52K. This level could be retested as well, especially with the astrological events that we do have starting next week especially. So it would be on Monday already, on the 15th of July. We do have Mars conjunct Uranus, and this is very close. It's 6 minutes away from the unlucky star of Algol, which is considered the unluckiest in the sky, actually, and it can cause financial turmoil. For Bitcoin in general, all the moves are much more dramatic. As we know, I shared on X a tweet regarding this history, what it happened 84 years ago for Uranus crossing Algol and the Mars-Uranus conjunction nearby in March of 1942, I think, and you can see how it was a part of the, I wouldn't call it free fall, but a part of the falling leg on S&P 500 at that time. It was also special because we had this conjunction 5 times. Now we will have less. Uranus will hit 3 times Algol only, so it's not that bad, so to speak. But at that time it was serious. What was different was that the conjunction took place over 1 degree away from Algol, so it was not so close like this time. Now, and yes, it was on the falling, so to speak. Therefore, if we look, for example, here at the next days and the next week, then we will have Uranus crossing Algol on the 20th of July. Again, these are UTC time zone, and it could be the case that we will experience further falls, yes, in the weekly chart as well, and the level is somehow confirmed there. If we look here, for example, here you see 52. So it was 51.26. Here it's like 52, the next level. Of course, it can go even lower at 41.4. So hard to say if this will happen so fast. In my opinion, we should really think about a gradual. We should think about a gradual movement of the price. In my opinion, it will be downwards, but this will go more maybe into the eclipses that we have in September, October of 2024. To finish this on a positive note, I would say that August has some positive influences for us, and it will be in the first part of August, where we do expect a positive influence, which is long-term again, so it's not exact to the day. I think it's around the 9th of August on the Bitcoin sun. It's coming from Neptune, and this will also help into the further evolution of price. So it will be actually volatile, as we said in the beginning of the year. It will be a stop and go, because September is in general bearish, and this month I think it won't be any exception. We have the eclipses on top, which will have significant price moves, like usual in terms of eclipses for BTC, as we know from the last years. And it will be then a rearrangement of the whole evolution for the last part of the year, I would say, due to the fact that after the eclipses we will have positive influences, but in the second part of October, also into November, usually the end of the year being stronger for Bitcoin. In any case, it will be very interesting to follow the next months in this regard. And in my opinion, we will see also maybe even more interesting evolution for ETH, and we already see Solana quite interesting and volatile as well. This volatility will stay with Solana, especially with ETH also to a certain degree, but I think these leading cryptocurrencies will have a very saying path in their development, due to the fact that a lot of new foundation will be put into the financial system in the next months and years for their concrete usage. Thank you so much for your attention. I wish you vigilance, inspiration for the next week and also for the weeks to come. Thank you for liking and subscribing. It helps the channel. And until next time, be joyful. See you.